Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure being here.
You can hit stop. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another 2-in-1 golf video. Mike Iovino here, and I'm here with my daughter, Lucia Iovino.
Hi.
Lucia is going to help us test the Vice Pro Air, and we are going to test it against her current gamer ball, which is the
Callaway Chrome Soft.
The Callaway Chrome Soft, that's right, as picked by the Ping Ballnamic ball fitting website. So you've been playing with the Chrome Soft for a little while now. How do you like the Chrome Soft?
I like it. It is, as the name suggests, quite soft.
Quite soft. Looks like you got pretty good distance out of it when we were playing the other day. Stops on the green when you hit it.
Not
You know,
bad.
the chips stop. They don't roll out like a Super Soft or anything like that. So that's all looking good. So Vice positions the Pro Air as their ball that's analogous to the Chrome Soft. So we want to see what that will do, and with someone for whom this ball is supposed to be a pretty good fit. So just like we did in the last video, we're going to hit shots with a 58-degree wedge, with a 7-iron, and with a driver with both balls, and then we'll pull up the data and compare the results.
Sounds good.
All right, let's get to it.
Awesome.
So just a little bit about Vice. They're a German brand, started in 2012, and they claim to be the first direct-to-consumer ball. Like all other DTC ball brands, they do not manufacture their own balls. According to the MyGolfSpy forums, their balls are made in Taiwan at the Foremost/TM Golf Ball Taiwan plant, where the MaxFly Tour X is also made. Vice is now becoming a full-line company, adding clubs, bags, clothing, and accessories to their line. You can find some Vice balls in big box retailers, as well as online. They're still known for their volume discounts. A single dozen of the Pro Air retails for $39.99 online, but that price drops to $35.99 if you buy 3 dozen, and it settles out at $32.99 if you purchase 5 dozen or more.
There. And 10. Yeah, I think I'm quite biased because I've been playing with the Chrome Soft for a while. Still, at this point, I prefer the Chrome Soft. The Vice, it feels much firmer. So I guess we'll see how I hit my other clubs with it. I've got myself an iron. Ooh. Now I've switched to the Vice Pro Air. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I really think I prefer the Chrome Soft. The Vice Pro Air, it just feels very clicky when I hit it. Not smooth and buttery like my Chrome Soft. Now I'm switching to my driver. Oh, you got it on driver. And now I've switched over to the Vice. Let's see how it hits. I think this really came out in the last 20 shots I've hit my driver, but it feels like I need to hit this perfectly in order to get it to go the same distance and have the same results as the Chrome Soft, which I'm not the kind of golfer who has that kind of consistent swing. So I'm not quite sure if this is for me.
Looking at the data for the 58-degree wedge shots with both the Chrome Soft and the Vice Pro Air, you can see that there's really no discernible difference in the performance between the two balls. Basically the same club speed, nearly the same carry, just about the same total, maybe a little bit higher spin off the wedge with the Pro Air, but really nothing to write home about. So from the standpoint of the 58-degree wedge, at least, it looks like these two balls perform just about the same, even though definitely Lucia felt like they did not feel the same. Moving to the 7-iron, this is where the differences start to become more apparent. With just about the same swing speed, we're noticing a pretty substantial drop-off in carry, nearly 9 yards difference in carry, and about an 8-yard difference in total yardage. So now not only is the Pro Air feeling different and not quite as nice to hit, but Lucia was definitely struggling to hit the Pro Air the same distance as her normal carry and total yardages with her 7-iron. And then moving to the driver, and this is really the final nail in the coffin for the Vice Pro Air. She was swinging her driver just a little bit slower, actually, on average with the Chrome Soft, and getting about the same carry, but about 8.5 more total yards with the Chrome Soft than she was getting with the Pro Air. So again, just not getting the kind of performance that she would hope to get out of the Vice Pro Air. Mix in the feel difference that she was getting between the Pro Air and the Chrome Soft. And unfortunately, I don't think this is going to lead her to switch. We'll get to putting in short game in a bit, but definitely with full swing data, mix that with the feel. There's not going to be a switch happening here. I will talk about durability for a second. And after more than 30 shots into an impact screen with the same ball, the Vice Pro Air held up extremely well. No markings, no issues with it whatsoever. So from a durability standpoint, cannot argue with it at all. Really, it's just that little bit of drop off in performance combined with the difference in feel that is not going to lead to a recommendation from Lucia for this ball.
That was the ball. Oh. I'm going to hit the same putt 3 times. I lied earlier about my consistency. Look at that. That's, what is that? Precision, not accuracy. But getting serious and actually doing the ball review, I feel like my putting game is definitely the place where I'm the least technical. So I'm not noticing a big difference with it. These greens are a little slower than what I'm used to. Maybe I need to hit it harder. Maybe it's the ball.
How did the ball feel and sound to you?
It still felt very clicky, very dense. I mean, if you notice, I left all 3 of these short. I'm not used to having to hit it a putt that hard. Should try aiming. That one was all me. I definitely feel, obviously, they're firmer than what I normally play. Short game, I'm not noticing that much of a difference. It does feel like I really have to hit it, but again, I'm also hitting chips with my 58 wedge that maybe I would hit my gap wedge. So I'm a little like jury's still out for the short game. I feel like the differences between the Vice Pro Air and the Chrome Soft aren't as noticeable in the short game, at least for a golfer like me.
All right, so there we go. That was 10 shots with each ball, with a 58-degree wedge, with your 7-iron, and with a driver. So I think we saw some pretty interesting differences between the two balls. So tell me what you think.
Yeah, I mean, I was always going to be biased towards the Chrome Soft. I've been playing with them for quite a while. And like I said earlier, with my driver, it felt like I had to strike the ball perfectly in order to get the kind of distance that I can see normally with the Chrome Soft. At first, I thought with the 7-iron, I was like, wow, this ball, it's really clicky. I'm not really getting the results I want. And it's because I don't have perfect ball striking with my irons. So I need a ball that's going to be kind of forgiving for just like an intermediate golfer like me.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about the golf that you've played in the past. I know you played a fair amount growing up and through high school, and then went to college, and so.
I mean, technically, I've been playing golf. So it's like what, 4, 5 years old.
Right.
Played. I grew up through the first tee programs, and then in middle school, I quit. So for about 3 years, I didn't play. It wasn't until I got to high school and I was convinced to join the golf team. I got back on it, and I made the starting 6 a couple times, although that might have been because my golf team had about 10 kids on it total. So I started to get better. And then when I went off to college, I'm at a D1 school. I'm not good enough to make the team, and I wanted to focus on academics, on other things. So it wasn't until COVID hit that I realized that playing golf was the only way I could get out of the house. And that's how I got back in it again. And now that I'm back home in Richmond, I've really relearned my love of golf. I want to get better. I'm taking lessons. So I want to move up from my intermediate status, get a little better.
Yeah, right now you hit a driver right around 190, 200. I think we saw that. It hit a 7-iron about 145.
Mm-hmm.
And your usual score from forward tees is like what? Low 90s, high 80s sometimes when you're playing well.
I'm playing bogey golf.
Yeah. Basically bogey golf.
Yeah.
But you've got the ability to hit some good shots when you make contact with it, when you get the face square. And I think we saw that as well, but that's not going to happen every time.
Right.
So you really can't afford to play a ball that you've got to hit absolutely dead solid perfect in order to get anything out of it. And I think that's one of the most interesting things that I saw as I was watching the numbers come up, is that the consistency of the Chrome Soft was there. And I think when we pull it up and throw it into a table and run through it, you'll see that the consistency of the Chrome Soft is really there. And the Vice, it just seemed like it was absolutely all over the place with variations in swing and strike that really weren't that big.
Right.
So.
Or it feels like maybe there's consistency, but it's lower. I'm getting lower distance because I don't have that perfect ball striking.
Right.
So overall, I would say that these balls are not analogous.
All right. Well, I think there you have it. A good test of the Vice Pro Air versus the Callaway Chrome Soft. And we wanted to find another budget winner like we did with the MaxFly Tour X. I don't think that we can say that about the Pro Air. But Lucia, thanks for joining us.
Pleasure being here.
You can hit stop.